Greetings, restless souls, and welcome to the graveyard. I am the ghost, and tonight's story is called The Silent Monk. Rest your head upon a comfortable tombstone, and let us begin. There are countless reasons for which people look up rituals such as this one. Perhaps you are looking for proof that the supernatural is actually real. Or you're just simply curious as to what all the big fuss is about. Perhaps you wish to find an unconditional way to pass your Friday night. Or maybe you're just bored. Whatever the reason, I'm here to help. This is a fairly simple ritual. You won't need any preparation whatsoever. But there is a certain number of aspects you should not neglect. First, you will need to locate a church, ideally one that has an adjacent graveyard. This is where you will be carrying out the ritual. The day when you choose to perform the ritual is not important, although people have reported it works best on certain dates, such as Easter and Halloween, when it is believed that the gates to the other side are opened. Keep in mind that you must go alone. The monk will simply refuse to show up, so should you plan on bringing someone along with you, I strongly advise you to pick another ritual. After all, there is a plethora out there for you to pick from. Now, in order for you to finally meet the monk, make sure you are standing in front of the church you have chosen at exactly 3:33 at night. No, he will most probably not be waiting for you at the entrance, but he will be around for sure. If you can gather your wits, feel free to start looking for him. You are allowed to use candles, flashlights, or torches, or any other source of light for the matter. But be warned that this is certainly going to attract his attention, and quite frankly, you don't want that. My advice is to start your search in the graveyard. This is the place where he is most of the time found. Besides, there are plenty of places for you to hide in case you stray too close or have him turn around. Look for a tall gray figure. He is usually wearing a hooded cloak and may or may not be holding an oil lamp. You will be able to see him roaming through the foggy cemetery, only to stop by a tombstone every now and again. He, however, will not appear to be walking. Rather, his fluid movement will give out the impression of floating. That's because he is. That said, should you happen to get close enough, you will notice that his cloak won't be touching the ground at any time, and not a pair of feet will be in sight. Nobody can say for sure what kind of entity he is. There have been voices who claimed that he is a ghost, a guardian of the deceased if you wish. Others simply say that he is of the demonic origins. But no matter what you choose to believe, make no mistake about it, he is a ruthless spirit. He is aware of your presence as well, and he merely tolerates it as long as you stay out of his sight and do not disturb the graves. So what exactly happens provided that you let yourself get caught? There are but two possible consequences. Well, you could try to make a run for it. Some say that if you manage to exit the churchyard before he catches up with you, you are safe. However, Given that the monk does not exactly belong to the realm of the living, it is highly unlikely that you will escape him. So that leaves us with only one scenario. He will point a bony finger towards an open grave. It will be in your close proximity, even though you could swear that it wasn't there a second ago. An invisible force will then start manipulating your body, as if you were a puppet on strings, towards the freshly dug up grave. You will find yourself descending into the ground and inside a plain wooden coffin. As you do so, you might catch a glimpse of the tombstone, only to see your name engraved on it, together with your birth date, followed by the date of the day that you are in at that time. You won't be able to scream for help or fight the force guiding you. The answer is simple. There are only 3 rules in the graveyard. The dead don't speak. The dead don't move. And no one leaves the graveyard.